Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes, your cold takes, your Chinese takeout. I take them all, I turn them sideways, and I shove them up your... You know what? This is a PG channel, so let's just get started. We got Damian King. Jey Uso is probably going to be a secondary story for Mania, kind of like Sheamus and Nakamura when they won the Royal Rumble. Oh, I really hope not. I really hope not. I hate when the winner of the Rumble becomes a secondary story. Really, what he means by that is all the focus will be on Cody Rhodes and his story, while the winner gets the secondary prize of the world champion. Because, yeah, if Jey Uso does go after the world title, I do fear that all of the emphasis will be on the undisputed title. So that's a legit statement and concern, but I'm with JD Albrecht here. I think, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but he is the sleepy one on the live chat, and with that Gunther and Jey's promo, Jey definitely needs to choose Gunther. Plus, Jey and Cody are allies and friends. I don't think that would be good for business. Would it be bad face versus face, Hogan Warrior, WrestleMania 6? I know that's a callback, but I don't mind face versus face. However, yeah, Gunther really sold me. Gunther really sold me on Jey and Gunther for a fourth time. And I know you're like, oh my God, we've seen it 4 times already or 3 times already. But hey, you know what? Last year, remember the Seth Rollins-Drew McIntyre match and how good that buildup was? That was their 4th match also in a 365-day period, just like Jey and Gunther this year. So if the story is there, it doesn't matter how many matches they've had. And so I am all for it based on how Gunther got so mad. Gunther is like, he's like, I'm going to make every week miserable for you. I'm just going to destroy you. And if he does that, if Gunther literally makes every week miserable for Jey Uso, that won't be a secondary storyline for me. That will be like an in-front, in-your-face storyline. And I think the world title and Jey Uso could use it. For real, if Gunther becomes the most vicious version of himself, I would love to see that, and I would love Jey to overcome that kind of monster to start his first real title reign as main event, yeet, Jey Uso. James Bosworth, everyone complaining about Jey winning. They'd be complaining about if Cena won. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. The internet's gonna internet. If Roman won, they'd be complaining. If Chad Gable won, they'd be complaining. If CM Punk won, they'd be complaining. I don't know who they would not be complaining about. No matter what, the vocal minority is going to always be able to just yell the loudest. I mean, holy cow, you would think the world ended. I got people literally saying, this is the worst Royal Rumble ever because Jey Uso won? I mean, he's not even that bad of a winner, but even if he's not your guy, you're telling me that cancels out how amazing that Royal Rumble was that your guy did not win? I mean, come on. I get the criticisms of why Jey Uso won. I'm not blind to Jey Uso's shortcomings, but give me a break here. Even though I am happy for Jey and I am a Jey Uso supporter, it's like, even if I wasn't a Jey Uso supporter, I could still find value in that Royal Rumble. Yeah, Jey Uso, John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, don't matter. Internet's gonna internet, and internet's gonna complain. And so while the rest of the internet community complains about this, about that, not here, not at Wrestlechop, we are not blind to the fact that WWE and Triple H are not perfect, but we are also not just gonna hyper-focus on every little negative thing. No, we're gonna celebrate wrestling, and we're also gonna celebrate this channel when it hits 10,000 subscribers, and to celebrate it, we're gonna give away a belt. This is the $1 million belt, but I also have the Undisputed belt, and I have other belts as well that we're going to give away at 10,000 subscribers. Also, this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to give away another belt to celebrate Jey Uso's victory at the Royal Rumble. And, yes, it's a celebration of his victory, but it's also I put my foot in my mouth. I didn't think he'd win. I placed a bet, and, well, I lost, so, gotta pay the piper. I'm going to literally give away a replica belt, not a toy, this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, once I hit 10,000 subscribers, which I'm only like 1,100 away away, almost give or take. Well, I'm going to give away another belt. So if you want to win the $1 million belt, if I could do the DiBiase laugh, I would. If you want to win this or the gold undisputed belt, the Winged Eagle, well, you got to comment below, subscribe, hit the bell, and give a thumbs up if you would. And you can win a belt, but also be here 8 p.m. Sunday. I'm talking this Sunday, 8 p.m. this Sunday, to see, because it's time to put up or shut up. Am I going to actually give away a belt? Spoiler alert, yes I am. Jey in love. So KO just no soul getting folded through a ladder? That is like, yeah. Heck yeah, he did. That is a great point. So at the end of Monday Night Raw, Kevin Owens attacked Sami Zayn, and the dude was literally almost decapitated yesterday. And you know what? I love Kevin Owens, but fair is fair. At the Rumble, Braun Strowman came out, and he attacked Jacob Fatu, and I'm like, didn't Braun Strowman just eat a beating from Jacob Fatu on Saturday Night's Main Event? And I got really, like, uppity about it. I was like, that's not cool. You can't no-sell a beatdown like the one that Jacob Fatu gave you, and fair is fair. I love you, Kevin Owens, but you can't no-sell those injuries that you got yesterday. That's not cool. If we're starting a program to WrestleMania, we have many, many weeks ahead of us. We probably should have did this next week, because Kevin Owens coming out of nowhere and small package pile driving Sami Zayn, that's a no sell on the Cody beatdown. And good call, Jey in love, good call. I almost wish you hadn't called that, because I wouldn't have thought of that. And it just it kind of hurts me to have to reprimand Kevin Owens for no selling. And then she also says EO deserves better. 100%, Jey in love. We are of two minds right now. Germain, EO versus Rhea at Elimination Chamber, that's what it's looking like, which is unfortunate, because if it's EO versus Rhea at Elimination Chamber, then Rhea's definitely going to win. However, maybe Charlotte Flair goes and picks Tiffany, or even maybe she goes to NXT for some reason and picks one of those, and then we can have EO Rhea at Mania? I don't know, fingers crossed on that, because I definitely would rather see Rhea EO, but then again, I don't want to see Tiffany fight Charlotte, because while I'm not a Charlotte Flair hater, I can't deny that she doesn't put as many people over as someone like John Cena does, so I would hate for Tiffany to just get squashed by Charlotte at Mania. I don't know, I'm conflicted. I don't know who I want Charlotte to beat, because I don't want Charlotte to beat anybody, but I just know she is. KB, member of the channel, we got a hot take. I like the so what on the back of Kofi's pants. If they put it on a shirt, I'd definitely get it. Kofi, you broke your neck. So what? Just diabolical, and I love it. I did not notice Kofi's pants. I did not notice it at all. Eyes up here. But yeah, I did not notice Kofi's pants. Saying that, so what? And honestly, yeah, make that a shirt. And they want to go even further. This is horrible. But get a cartoon version of Big E in a neck brace, and then you broke your neck. So what? Oh my god, I would buy that shirt. I'm not gonna lie, I would buy that shirt. I would feel bad. I'd feel bad buying it, but then I would wear it, and I would just be like, I don't know, that would be hilarious. KB, yeah, you and me, we could be like so what twins. Demon King, my hot take is if a wrestler already holds a title, they shouldn't be in the running for a world championship until they lose their title. I think you're probably talking about Lyra Valkyria, how she's in a match next week with Bayley to be entered into the Elimination Chamber, which will then enter them into a match for the world title. And I'm any match, any title at WrestleMania. So I hear you, but I disagree kind of. Overall, I think you're right. It's focus on your championship, make your championship strong. I like that Braun Breaker is not trying to become champion, and he's focused on his title. But if the opportunity arose, then I understand why he would go for it. We've had instances for some reason I keep bringing this up, but Hogan Warrior, WrestleMania 6, that was an instance where it was title for title. And I will say this, the WCW rule was, back in the day, the U.S. Championship was actually a #1 contender spot. It was almost like you win the U.S. title, you are #1 contender for the championship. They never really treated it like that unless it was convenient. But I'll say this, I don't mind it so much as long as you do have a strong champion. And Lyra Valkyria is not a strong champion at all. In fact, TTJC, member of the channel, and I think actually Demon King as well, member of the channel, not I think, but definitely, Lyra needs to start focusing on her belt, making it legit. And so, yeah, there you go. Yeah, she shouldn't be in the Elimination Chamber because her title reign means absolutely nothing right now. Have a match with Ivy Nile or something. Build your resume before you start looking and gunning for the heavyweight championship. Alex Johnson, the WWE Universe booing Charlotte Flair, tells you that the WWE made a bad decision to have Charlotte win the Women's Royal Rumble, I mean. And, booing her doesn't necessarily make it a bad choice because she is, well, if she's supposed to be a villain, then, you know, she should get boos. Boos are like cheers if you're a villain. But I don't know. Something was definitely off tonight. Something was off, and I don't know what it was. She came out. Honestly, I don't want to make accusations, but she didn't seem, I don't know. Something was off about Charlotte Flair, and I don't know exactly what it was, but she was not acting like someone who just won the Royal Rumble. Jay Levi now, member of the channel. So what is the plan for the women's IC title? I'm starting to have second thoughts of 2 mid-card championships. Yeah, I don't know what it is. SmackDown knows how to treat their champions when it comes to like mid-card and the tag teams even, but Raw tag team sucks. The women's Intercontinental Championship sucks, but Chelsea Green doing a bang-up job on SmackDown. Like, can we give some storyline over here? You know what? A lot of people complain on AEW that Tony Khan, you need to hire someone to help you book things, to write things. Triple H, I mean, I don't know. Why don't you call up Shawn Michaels to help you and replace him and get somebody else? Maybe Scott D'Amore in NXT. You might need some help, Triple H. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. We all could use some help. I wish I could get some help with this channel once I can afford it. I got an editor right now, but he can only do so much with the little that I pay him. It would be great if, you know, we all could use some help. And Triple H, you got the funds. Just get someone to help you book and make some more storylines, dude. Donatello Leonardo, member of the channel, also noticed it. Whatever Charlotte was trying to do last night wasn't working. She got no reaction during her entrance, and she could barely get a reaction when she tried to get crowd heat. Not a good look, WWE. And at one point, it was like she was trying to get sympathy, like a baby face. Is she trying to pull, like, I don't know, a Seth Rollins or a Braun Breaker, where you could be a heel one week and a face the next, a tweener even, because she was, like, definitely saying, oh, I didn't know if I was ever coming back. And, like, no, the fans, like, if you're going to go all in on Charlotte, then go all in on the best version of Charlotte, which is the evil version of Charlotte, the bad version of Charlotte, because that's the only Charlotte that really connects with the crowd. Yeah, she was not, whatever she was doing, not working. Hopefully she recalibrates. At Reason, Logan Paul is one of the most entertaining members of the roster, in my opinion. Very, very, I know a lot of people don't like Logan Paul, but I actually do enjoy him as a member of the WWE Universe. He is, holy crap, he is so, like, even I want to punch him. I'm like, I like this guy, but he makes me want to punch him. That's money right there. That is money. And him coming out, just like, he was like interacting with a member of the crowd, just saying, I don't care how young you are, I'll beat you up, or something like that. I don't know, Logan Paul, he's just a natural heel. Demon King, hot take from the comment section: caramel delights greater than Thin Mints, and me and Jay Levi are going to have a no-holds-bar match at Mania with Bishop as ref to settle this. There's nothing to settle. I will settle this. Right now, caramel delights are 100% greater than Thin Mints. Case over. Bishop Marley, member of the channel. Got a lot of members of the channel. We're kind of growing. So, you know, thank you everybody for, you know, believing and supporting and doing everything you can. And if you're not a member of the channel and you can't afford to be a member of the channel, maybe watch a commercial or two and help get the ad revenue up. I'd really appreciate it. But if not, then just, you know, hit the like button still. There's many ways to support the channel. But anyways, Bishop Marley, I wasn't before, but I am looking forward to KO versus Sami at Mania. It makes sense because Sami didn't help KO at Royal Rumble, and even though it's a played-out rivalry, it's new to the Endeavor Netflix crowd, so I'm here for it. This is one of those rivalries that all you gotta do is put a pin in it for like a year or two, and you can always come back and visit. It's just like, it's an all-timer feud. They can literally do this again in 3 years, and it'd be awesome and amazing. But yeah, I'm definitely for it. I just wish they would have waited. You know, what Jay and Love said earlier really resonated with me, that I think KO should have sold that injury more, give it like 2 or 3 weeks, and then come out and do it. We've got plenty of time to WrestleMania. It's like April 20th. April 19th. We're just in February. We could have totally waited, or unless they're going to try to blow it at like Elimination Chamber so Randy Orton can fight KO, which I hope not, because then what is Sami doing? I would much rather just have KO and Sami at Mania and not Elimination Chamber, but then again, it is in Canada. I think that's what they're doing. KO, Sami, Elimination Chamber, KO, Randy, WrestleMania, because you gotta get Randy on the card. Oh, I don't know. But either way, even if at Elimination Chamber, we could have waited 1 week. We could have sold that Alabama Slam on the ladder a little more. Jamie K, Charlotte can't handle the mixed reaction the same way like someone like Cena can. It was really hard to watch. Felt like one of Ronda Rousey's train wreck promos. That is actually a really good comparison, Jamie K. Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was a great talent. She really was. She couldn't reconcile the fact that she wanted to be liked, and yet the crowd didn't like her. So instead of leaning into it, she just got mad at the crowd. And not mad at the crowd like, you know, like Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are mad at the crowd. No, that's part of like the whole gimmick, the act. But Ronda Rousey would legit get mad at the crowd, and it just became uncomfortable and a train wreck. And that's what the promo was last night with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, just embrace it. Embrace it. You know, John Cena was able to rise above the hate, but if you can't rise above the hate, then embrace the hate. Join the dark side completely. Anthony Alvarez. It's just me, Oos. Day one-ish. Just me, Oos. Day one-ish. Just me, Oos. Chelsea Silk. Charlotte Flair versus Julie at WrestleMania. Will it happen? Doubt it'll happen. Don't think it'll happen. It'd be a great match, but, like, honestly, it's kind of weird that Charlotte goes after NXT champions, you know? They're the third brand, but still. Everton Jose. It's a long one, but you know what, Everton? You bought 5 memberships for people, so I kind of, like, you know, I'll read your long comment. Dragon Lee was on fire with banger matches and had a promising future in WWE. Then he got stuck in LWO. Let's be real, LWO feels like a bearing factory at this point. Yeah, they really need to do something. They need to get Dragon Lee out of there. I kind of came up with a storyline on the spot last night on the live stream. When Dragon Lee sees what Penta is doing, right? And he gets, like, mad and jealous of Penta, and so he, like, takes it out on Ray and say, you know what? I should have did what Penta did, but I came with you, and look where I am. I'm, like, I'm the speed champion, and look at Penta. He's 40 minutes in the Royal Rumble. So, like, I really would like that. That would be cool. And then, after a program with Ray, he can go and have a program with Penta and other people as well, because I don't want it just to be like, oh, let's have, you guys are masked Mexicans? Oh, I guess we should have this little universe over here. I'm glad that Penta is more than just a luchador. He's a bona fide WWE star, and I would like us to make that happen with Dragon Lee as well. Then I'm going to paraphrase here, and basically he says, at the live events, Rhea Ripley is beloved, and yet she doesn't have that same kind of connection with the crowd when it comes to TV. And I could see that. Unfortunately, when you're at a house show, a live event, wrestlers are able to be more themselves and freer with their character, and sometimes they don't know how to take that onto TV. And so I do wish, because Rhea is a little stiff when it comes to being on the camera, and I have seen, like, fan clips, you know, fan footage of what Rhea does at house shows. I would love for Rhea to be, she's a face now. Rhea, you really should lean into this. You don't have to be this just, like, you know, super tough guy all the time. You can have fun with your character, and I think that would be a lot better for you. So I do agree with you, Everett Jose, and yeah, I'm all for Rhea doing a little more just, I don't know, having fun while actually being on screen. Raphael and Air, number one, I could smell Finn turning on Dom. Dom was getting more things done in a few weeks than Finn ever did. Yeah, it's happening, but holy crap, just break them up. Are we trying to like prolong it so we get a Finn Dom match at WrestleMania? And as much as I love Dom, like, that would just be like the final nail on the coffin. Finn losing to Dom clean at WrestleMania. Number two, Liv and versus Io was an awesome match, but the finish was disappointing. I'm getting bored of Liv picking on Rhea every chance she gets. Like, are we about to revisit this feud, Liv and Rhea? Like, it made sense how they did it. It was actually really good booking. Everybody still looked like everybody was still protected, but holy crap. Io should be in that chamber match, and Liv and Rhea should be like way far apart from each other. And number three, Punk and Sami stole the show. Punk showed that he still got it. KO crashing down on Sami at the end was icing on the cake. Yeah, that was great, but, you know, I've already talked about my beef about the crashing out with KO, just not selling the thing. But I think people are sleeping on that Seth Rollins promo. Seth Rollins is a really good hype man. Like, for real, like, what he was saying, I could literally hear Paul Heyman saying almost the same exact thing. I think people are sleeping on a serious Seth Rollins promo, because that was like a banger. Judy Angela Jett said, not sure if the Netflix stream was breaking up for a lot of you. No, it was like in the chat, everybody was saying, if you were in the United States, the Netflix stream sucked. At one point, it even kicked me out. I hate how our inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion still has not had an in-ring promo after her win. She hasn't had an in-ring promo? Holy crap, the booking is even worse than I thought. That sucks. Why do we even make an Intercontinental Women's Championship if we weren't going to do anything with it? Take notes from SmackDown. It sucks that Charlotte didn't get a great reception. She's polarizing for sure, but at the end of the day, Charlotte versus Tiffany was a match everybody wanted for WrestleMania 41. I'm sure we'll get it. I actually didn't want it, but I can see, I do remember a lot of people saying it. I think it's just the case of, again, the internet's going to internet. You give them something they want. Well, you know what? They wanted that 5 minutes ago. What have you done for me lately? I want this now. So, you know, even though Charlotte wasn't my pick, I do see her as deserving. But I'm not liking the direction that her character has gone so far, but we got plenty of time to recalibrate. How did John get in the chamber without qualifying? Did I miss something? Did I miss the explanation? That's funny. I'm glad you noticed it, because I noticed it too. I was like, wait a second, he just get the bye? And don't get me wrong, it's John Cena, so I get it. And they should say something like that, or they could at least say, oh, you know what? Here, I just thought of it. They could have at least said the runner-up of the Royal Rumble automatically gets a bye into the Elimination Chamber. That's all they gotta say. It takes like 3 seconds. Like, I came up with that on the fly. Triple H, hire somebody, dude. You're doing a great job, but you could do just a little bit better. And Triple H, please don't start copywriting my channel. I apologize. You're doing a great job. Couldn't be better. And so happy for Jey. You can tell it means so much for him. The episode was better than we've had in the past few weeks. The road to Mania has begun. Yeah, it was a pretty decent episode, not gonna lie, and I did love Jey Uso's promo. You know what, dude? You deserved it. You can cry. You get emotional in the beginning. It's all good, man. I loved it. I love that. Just it meant so much to you. It meaning so much to you means so much to me, and I'm just so happy that you got this moment. Savor it, man. For real, savor it. If you gotta well up in tears during these promos, it's all good, my friend. It's all good. TTJC, I bet next week we're gonna find out Dom planned what happened, as that was very calculated. It reminded me of when he slapped Ilya to get a DQ victory over Mello, because he knew Ilya would crash out and attack him. I mean, I do like this mastermind that Dom has become, and I hope they really play into that. I really hope they play into it. Million Matthew 4889, both Royal Rumbles winners won't main event WrestleMania this time. Ooh, I'm beginning to think you're right. I really am. But then again, if that Gunther Jey promo, like I said earlier, if Gunther can really just hammer in and just make Jey Uso's life miserable, then I think they got a shot. It's all about story and connection. Jey Uso has half of the connection, but if Gunther can just get that other half by just being as vile as possible, then it's possible for a night one main event. John Brecco 479, what Wouldn't mind seeing Jey versus Cody Rhodes. That story could be taken in so many amazing directions. Cody letting the pressure slowly get to him. Jey challenging for the title that got taken from the bloodline. Could you imagine if Jey won the title even? Because then it's like, Roman, your right-hand man, he's the champion. He's the guy that's making things relevant now for the family. I don't think it'll happen, though. I don't think they're going to, I think, I just don't know. I honestly, I don't know. Everything's up in the air. To be honest with you, everything's up in the air. And that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool because, yeah, if Jey Uso goes after the title, that will for sure kill Cody Rhodes. Can you imagine? Cody Rhodes, like, people are already, like, they're on the fence with Cody. Some are. Now, the crowd still does love him, but if you put the whoa against the yeet, well, the yeet is going to overpower the whoa any day. So, yeah, Cody does not walk out of a Jey feud as a strong babyface. Win, lose, or draw. WTF patch, I love how Sami Zayn is part of so many different storylines. He's part of Kevin Owens, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Bloodline, Cross, Jey Uso, and to an extent Cody Rhodes as well. Yeah, that is cool. I do love it because it shows that this is a shared universe. It's not just like little pockets. I'm very much in favor of storylines crossing and then going their separate ways. Darth Fiend, I think it's going to end up being Punk, Cody, John Cena, triple threat at WrestleMania. I think Punk is going to cash in his favor. The problem with that is he owes the favor the favor is owed to him by Paul Heyman, and you could say maybe Roman Reigns even. So what would his favor have anything to do with John Cena and or Cody Rhodes? So storyline wise, as of right now, that wouldn't make sense. Benjamin Wallace, I was not a big fan of Jey Uso. I wasn't stoked about him winning, but his promo tonight at the beginning of Raw made me less upset about it. That's really cool. I like that. Maybe Jey will win you over and a couple people on the way to WrestleMania. So he's took the first step in winning you over, and I appreciate the honesty. He also says Roman and Seth can main event every PLE until they both retire, and I would eat it up like a toddler eats cake. So would I. It'd be like, who wants cake? I do. Who wants Roman versus Seth? I do. That, oh my God, those guys, their history. When they had that moment in the Rumble where Roman is just looking at Seth, and Seth just like turns around. Magic. Those two. Man. And what's good about it is that Roman's this like really selfish, egotistical guy, but Seth Rollins created that. And Seth Rollins is a guy who has done so much for penance, for forgiveness in that act. He has said, I realize I am the guy that is his fault. I regret doing it. And yet, he cannot escape the consequences of that action, no matter how many times he apologizes. So, that's it. Those are your hot takes. I appreciate every single one of you. Let me know your hot takes in the comment below if I didn't get to it. I do apologize. We're getting more and more each week, so you want to get them in as soon as possible. Boys and girls, have yourselves a good day. I'll see you Saturday for the live stream, 8 p.m., the belt giveaway. Let's go!